Hello, viewers. I've played unExplored about 3 hours now, and it's a rogue-like game. unExplored takes all of the exploration elements from Rogue and combines them with a real-time system. I'm getting kind of excited here because I actually really like this game, and I probably shouldn't tell you that now because you're not going to watch the rest of the video, but do watch, stay. I just don't really like getting confused in games. After a certain amount of time, I just kind of lose patience and give up and look it up, and I know that's kind of like a character flaw for me, but I didn't really feel the need to do that here. You're definitely going to find yourself in situations where you wonder, like, what does that potion do, or that scroll, or there's altars in the game that are just, I'm not really sure still what they do, but there are ways to explore and figure that stuff out, which I really love. You know what? I guess I'm just really getting ahead of myself here. Let's just go with the core gameplay here, okay? The core gameplay is this. In real time, collect items, defeat enemies, all while you try and get to the bottom of the dungeon to get an amulet that allows you to leave the dungeon. That's it, okay? In 3 hours, I did not do it. I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to play on easy because I'm curious what's down there. But it is just so much harder than me just saying that sentence, which is great. I mean, in a roguelike game, that's exactly what you want. All right. Like I said, there's unidentified potions, scrolls, mini bosses, unidentified weapons and gear. The dungeon is randomized, and there's traps. You know, just everything's out to get you, and it's really quite difficult. And you will build up a knowledge base of information, which is perfect for this kind of game. I mean, some of the stuff definitely carries over. I think some of the gear carries over, and definitely your gold carries over, and you will unlock new classes. And as you also get achievements, quote unquote, there are Steam achievements too, but they're also just things you can do in the game, like kill a certain amount of people with daggers, or if you just drink a potion to figure out what it is, then you can start buying potions at the beginning of the game. So stuff like that makes the game easier when you start playing it, and you're going to build up that knowledge base of enemies, how to deal with potions, kind of just all of that stuff. It feels like a real rogue game. So, and exploration is part of that. So exploring the dungeon is fantastic. The random. I'm getting a little too fast, I feel like, huh? The random generation is solid here, and so far I haven't seen anything weird or similar to previous runs or anything like that. What's really unique is that this game treats the dungeon as like a cohesive level, and so I've actually had to go past a locked door and go down a level, get a key, and then actually had to go back up and to unlock the door. And it was very obvious what was going on here when I got to that section. But it just makes you leave that door, and it's like, oh my gosh, what was behind that door? How do I open that door? Like, I'll just come back to it. And then you find the key, and you're like, well, I'm definitely going back up. So I didn't feel like upset about the backtracking at all. But it's there, and it's like this whole exploration thing is really cool. The dungeon is generated in a cyclical manner, so it's more like a circle. The developers talk about it in a video on the Steam store page. If you're into that kind of thing, you should probably check that out. It's pretty good. But yeah, it just creates a path, so there's less dead ends, and it's more of just like rooms off of this main circle area. It's pretty good, and I really liked that part of it. The puzzles are great as well. You will be having to pay attention to books you read. There's a journal in the game, so it'll keep track of everything you learn. But there's like some whispers I heard one time, and by being too impatient, I tried to complete a puzzle that the next level just had a book about it, and I could have just solved it. Like, I ruined this puzzle. I removed some plates, and then it was like, nope, you're locked out of this door forever. You're not getting in. And then I got to the next level, read the book, and it told me how to complete that puzzle, and I was sad. I was so sad. It is my fault, though, I shouldn't have been so impatient, and that's kind of the whole game, though. You're going to want to travel slow and carefully and really think critically about what is going on in the game. If you panic, you're probably dead. The enemies can be avoided, but I haven't been able to avoid them yet because I just want to kill them all. And you'll be hiding behind walls and poking out and attacking the enemies. You really need to play it carefully, especially when the enemies' weapons get stronger and longer. They'll just have a bigger reach than you will on some instances. A full frontal assault is usually not the best idea. So there is stealth in the game to help counteract this, I guess, but I don't really think the stealth is feasible. It's really my major complaint about this game, actually. It's really too hard to get into the stealth and then way too easy to get back out of it. So like I'll be standing near a wall sometimes and then you'll stealth in, and then other walls you'll be standing near and it just won't work. And I think the amount of light has something to do with it. And there are items to help like get in and out of stealth more or increase your stealth level, but it doesn't really... It's never really perfect or felt really good or completely viable. And one time I was sneaking along like a wall, and the guy came over and I was sneaking against the wall, and I was just trying to do it very slowly in a dark room, and I moved too fast, I think, and then a skeleton shot magic missiles at me, and that really ruined my day. So there's all kinds of stuff like that where you really want to be in the stealth, but you don't want to leave the stealth. And so hopefully the developers can add like some sort of visual cue to tell you where you can stealth, or add something like maybe like a visual cue or a button. So it kind of gives you a warning that you're about to leave stealth, or a button so that way you can stay in stealth. It needs a little bit of help. Hopefully they can fix that and make it a more viable solution to completing the dungeon. So far, the best run I've had is when I got cursed. I killed something. I killed a troll, a goblin, or something like that, and then it dropped a gluttonous chest piece, and that is cursed. So to figure out what an item does, you either use a scroll or you have to wear it. And I wore this chest piece. It's cursed, so you can't take it off, and it was gluttonous, and I started eating all of my rations uncontrollably. I could not be satiated, just munching on some rations constantly, and that ruined my run, I think. It was hysterical, because here I am just running around this dungeon trying to stab people, like trying to eat all these rations. It was just so funny. And I loved every second of it, but I should not have put on that unknown chest piece. And this is a word of warning to everyone who plays this game. Be very careful. So, on a scale of 1 to woo, I think this game is tremendous. It feels like a classic while still being an entirely new game. If you like rogue games, I don't think I can recommend this game enough. It is so much fun to play. And, I mean, that's it, right? I mean, that's it. It is so much fun to play. So if you've watched this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Hey, how's it going? If you like this game, then I was just sharing out this video so other people can also find out about the game. And if you like this video, subscribe. That really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate it. Thanks.